So here we have a video of Flat Earth Dave talking to Neena Perez. I'm going to leave some information that you can look up this conversation and watch the whole thing if you want to. I am not a Flat Earth Dave follower. I have heard of him. I have watched some of his videos. I think some of his content is very good, very point on, but I am not a follower of his. I don't follow literally anybody except for Eric Dubay. I do follow him and I give him a lot of credit for helping me understand flat earth. His visuals that he's provided, have given me significant understanding to how to understand the concept of flat earth. So just watch and enjoy, please.
So Dave, I am so glad you're here on Straight Talk. I have no freaking clue what you're going to talk about, but I know that you told me not to do any research, just to be here. And I'm telling you, I don't know what the freak we're going to talk about today, Dave, but welcome to Straight Talk. How are you?
I'm doing great. And I just want you, just remember this day and time, because your life will never be the same after this podcast.
I don't know. My brain hurts already.
It's a lot of work. But here's the thing. I got to tell you something. You are way smarter than they want you to believe. You have common sense. You have the ability to think, but they've tried to wean that out of you. You know, in school, they never taught you to think. They taught you to memorize and regurgitate, right?
Yes.
And if a guy has a lab coat and a pocket protector and a degree, then you're like, oh my God, that's truth. And you store that as truth. I live in Connecticut. So in 10 minutes from now, if I say, where do I live? You would say Connecticut. And I would say, do you know that or do you believe it? Right? Because you stored it as true information because, hey, why would he lie? It sounds like he's from Connecticut. He's got a little bit of a New York accent, blah, blah, blah. Right? And, but that's how we go through life. We store information and we judge it. I'm the president of the United States. Did you know that? Right? Now, what did I say? I said I was the president of the United States. You stored that as false information. Right? That's what we do all the time. We're storing information, true or false. We store it. We remember it, we recall it, and we put value on it. Well, we're taught that the stuff that we read in the Rockefeller-funded textbooks is the truth. I could write the book of BS. You could study it. You can test it. I can test you on it. You get 100%, and I give you a degree. You're certified in BS, and now when you talk BS with anybody, they can't question you because you got a degree. They don't.
Oh my gosh! I mean, that's like the deceiving playbook, right? I mean, I don't want to get into politics, but let's be real. That is the deceiving playbook. That's what they do. I forgot who was talking about it. I don't remember if it was Nancy Pelosi or one of them were talking about the fact that if you just tell a lie, you tell the media, they spread the lie, then the lie gets believed. And I'm like, yep, that sounds about right. Right, Dave?
So the I forget the guy's name. Is the head of the CIA. He made a statement many years ago that said, once everything the American public believe is a lie, our job will be complete. And I was like, everything? It can't be everything. It is everything. It's literally everything, right? You know, it's everything, right? If you went to like,
I'm starting to see that actually. In my life.
Like if you went to a concert or whatever, you're in a big field and there's thousands of people, thousands and thousands, and 5 of them were good people and the rest were crap, shitheads. Am I allowed to swear? I'll try not to swear.
Yeah, you can swear. You can swear.
All right. And you would say everyone's a shithead, okay? Right? Even though there's 5 good people there, right? You
You generalize.
Everything is a lie. Everything. Right. There might be a couple of things that aren't, right? One thing that's not a lie is the only thing to fear is fear itself. That is the biggest truth of all. Fear, false evidence appearing real, is how they control us. And so how does that relate to the shape of the earth? And then one of the things people will immediately say is, of course we know the earth is a globe. Science. What science? Well, all the scientists, they can't all be in on it. No, they're not all in on it. There are some that are. And when you start looking and we're going to take away all of the reasons that you think you believe, because you really don't have any reasons that the earth is a globe, you throw your hands up and you go, what difference does it make? I still have to go to work on Monday.
Right.
right? That's a
Right.
pre-programmed response.
But Dave, I mean, the attack would be, you are a science denier, Dave. You are a science denier. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Right?
science. So here's the thing. They say flat earthers are science deniers, but in fact, we actually use the scientific method. Observable, repeatable, testable,
Yeah.
But they use pseudoscience. Everything about the heliocentric model, the globe model, is pseudoscience. It's absolute pseudoscience. We're going to go over it.
One of the things, my brain is trying to buckle in. My brain is buckling
buckle in. But let me tell you something. Nothing I say today is going to be out of your ability to understand. You just have to. I'm going to make you use your brain today because think about how much people use their brains. They get up, they go to work, they do their job. That's really it's easy. They watch sports, they watch movies. That's entertainment. Entertain is to hold the mind. Right. And they obey rules, but people aren't actually thinking. I know. They're not actually thinking, right? And so you go, well, flat Earth. Let me Google flat Earth, and you get a picture of the Earth like this, right? Yeah. This is what they want you to think flat Earth is. Nobody thinks flat Earth is that. Nobody thinks flat Earth is that, right? This is the flat Earth, right? This is a balloon at 120,000 feet, right? You have to believe that the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour below you, right? So this balloon was up there for 3.5 hours. The Earth is spinning to the east, right? Because if the sun's there, you spin to the east and the sun would rise at 1,000 miles an hour. So that balloon should land like 3,000 miles out to the west, but it landed 80 miles to the east. So it went up. It sped up because when you go high, I always wondered, why do planes fly so high? Because when they're higher, they have to make a bigger circle. They have to travel farther, right? Because if you're flying close to the Earth, you have a smaller circle. If you're up here, you got to go farther, right? Well, they go up high because they can go faster, and it's a straight line. There is no Earth curvature. So, this sun right here, let's say you were born today, not even yesterday, you're born today, all right? And I would say, is this light right above this part of the land that's got a hot spot on it? It's a little darker over here, so it's kind of close to there. Or is it 93 million miles away? Right. It's right there. What? It's right there. They tell us it's 93 million miles away. And if we get into how they figured that out, it's pseudoscience. It's absolute and total pseudoscience. Right. So, what? Go ahead. No. Go ahead. My brain is just like, okay, so then it goes back to a more nefarious thing. Why lie? Hey, you know what? I tell people, I actually rate you or judge you. I'm rating and judging on how fast you get to the why the lie, because that means you're intelligent, right? Because but here's the thing, and I'm not going to answer that yet, because I'm going to answer it. It's my favorite question of all. Because if you walked into a room, I have to come up with a better example. It's always horrible. You walk into a room, there's a whole bunch of dead people, right? They're all just hacked, murdered to death, right? You don't walk in there and go, I don't believe it. Why would someone do this? You look at the dead bodies and then you figure out the motive later. Exactly. There's actual dead bodies. Today I'm going to show you all the dead bodies. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do it. All right. So this also, are we the only pancake planet? Are the other planets pancakes? And you've never seen a planet other than what Disney and NASA shows you. And one of them is less credible than the other. And I would say that would be NASA. Okay. Disney is more credible is what I'm saying. Really? Yeah. Disney's more credible. They work hand in hand. So, remember how they taught us the solar system goes? We got the sun and the Earth goes around the sun, right? Yep. Right? And all the planets go around the sun, right? Yep. And so they don't point out that the sun is also moving. So we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, orbiting at 66,000 miles an hour, and we're chasing the sun at 500,000 miles per hour. Now, all of these directions are curved directions because the standard programmed response is, well, you don't feel the motion. Like I can drink a glass of water and go to the bathroom on an airplane, right? That's what's in everyone's head. Everyone was programmed to say that. I say, okay, if you want to compare the motion of an airplane to the slowest motion here, which would just be the spin of the Earth, you have to double the speed to 1,000 miles an hour. You have to remove the outer shell of the airplane because the Earth doesn't have an outer shell. And you have to nosedive at a mile per minute just to follow the curve. Otherwise, you're going to fly off into space. Do you think you would feel any of those motions? Right?
Yes, of course.
So this is the hypersonic sled track by NASA. Watch, it's going to go by at Mach 8.6. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Didn't even see it. Right?
Right.
You can't fathom that speed. Right? Let me show you. Let me show you a side view of that. Watch it again one more time. Right? If you look this up on YouTube with the sound, it's shocking as the sound, the shock wave. Right? So this is it going sideways. Watch. It's just so fast. You can't. So you have to believe that the Earth is a lumpy, rocky ball surrounded by smooth, curved water, which no one's ever seen the curve, surrounded by high pressure air adjacent to a void of no pressure called space, a vacuum.
Right.
All of this defies every law of physics, all laws of science, the second law of thermodynamics. You can't have high pressure next to no pressure or low pressure without a container, right? And so first you have to just jump that hurdle. We're on a ball that defies all laws of physics. It's basically the ball is in Narnia. And we're spinning and turning in all these different motions at once. But when we go out into nature, we see lakes like this while we're doing this. Right?
Right.
We see bodies of water like that. Let's say you're in a beautiful, perfect car on the smoothest, straightest road ever, and you get a dinner, you're going 100 miles an hour, just 100 miles an hour, right? And you fill the dinner plate with water. If that car speeds up, slows down, or takes the slightest turn, what happens to the water?
It splashes.
It's gone. It's just gone. It's just gone. But out in nature, the natural world, where science happens, we have perfect flat mirrors, not curved mirrors.
Right.
Give us perfect reflections. And it's not moving.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, it gets more interesting. So can you have, I say large bodies of the people, the globers like to go, what about a raindrop? A raindrop is round, right? Can you have a large body of water? When I say large body of water, anything bigger than a gallon of water or bigger without a container.
No.
Can you?
No.
Yeah, you can't. If you want to take a bath and the side of the tub was missing, sorry. If the side of your pond or lake was missing. So.
But wait.
Go ahead.
I got a question. If then I guess my brain says, okay, so then if the Earth is flat, wouldn't the water run off? Or how is the water contained?
There you go.
I'm really curious about this, and I still want to go. I can't wait for you to get to the part of the nefarious part, because I know there's a reason we're not being told.
There's a reason. There's a reason.
But so is there? Okay, there's so many questions.
Yeah. Listen, just we'll go one at a time. And listen, people like to give me questions ahead of time, and I'm like, nope, no questions ahead of time. So this is the average elevation of all the continents in the world. This one is Antarctica.
Oh, okay. The one nobody ever goes to.
Well, actually, we have three people that are going there tomorrow.
Okay.
But it's over double the average height of the second highest continent. So that might be our container. Think about this. The world is a pond. We live in a pond.
Okay.
And the shoreline of our pond is Antarctica. It's the highest land on Earth. It's the container of our pond.
Okay.
Right? So they tell us that Antarctica is a continent at the bottom of the world.
Right.
And they say it's 10 to 13. They can't even tell us. 10 to 13,000 miles around. Let's give them 13. Just give them the benefit of the doubt. All right? And no one is allowed to independently explore there.
Yeah, that's why I said nobody ever goes there, but I guess they do.
Well, you can go there, but on a guided tour, you're not allowed to explore by
on
yourself.
Your own.
You're not allowed to independently explore. Meanwhile, right now they're telling us that there's 3 people actually hiking across Antarctica. There's a big publicity psyop coming on to scare people away from even considering flat Earth. But the three people that are walking across are doing it independently by themselves. And the only way compasses don't work down there, magnetic compasses don't work because they're too far from the north. The north is where the magnetic center is. And the farther out you go, the south doesn't work. On a ball, compasses shouldn't work on the equator because they'd be pulled between the North Pole and the South Pole because we're on a ball. But in the South, compasses don't work because they're too far from the North. So they're just going by GPS data.
Okay.
And the GPS is run by NASA. Hopefully we have time to get into NASA. NASA is not a space agency, nothing but a straight answer.
So Dave, what is outside then of the wall?
Great question. Okay. And the answer is we can speculate, and there's lots of evidence. But you don't need to go beyond Antarctica to prove that the Earth is flat. Great question. What's beyond Antarctica? One of my favorite topics to talk about. And all the photos of Antarctica are CGI. They're all just CGI photos. They're all just cartoons. It's weird, kind of.
I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you guys watching, and thank you so much. On a personal note, I will be posting more flat Earth information and photos and video, whatever I can get my hands on, so that we can have a good discussion and get the word out that, hey, Earth's not a globe. It's flat.